Every month, you get your paycheck, and before you even realize it, it's gone. Bills, rent, groceries, maybe a dinner out, and suddenly, you're waiting for the next one. You work hard, yet somehow, it never feels like enough. But what if I told you the problem isn't your income? It's the system you're using. Because the truth is, most people are stuck in a money loop designed to keep them dependent, living month to month, stressed, chasing a number that never seems to fix anything. In this video, I'm going to show you a 5-step paycheck system that completely flips that script. A system used by people who quietly build wealth, retire years earlier, and never worry about money again, even if they don't earn more. By the end, you'll know how to take the exact same paycheck you already get and turn it into a powerful engine that pays you, frees you, and changes everything about how you live. Let's begin. Let's be honest. How many times have you thought, if I could just make a little more money, things would finally get easier? You get a raise. Maybe an extra few $100s a month. At first, it feels amazing. But somehow, a few months later, you're right back where you started. Same stress, same tight budget, same feeling that you're falling behind. This happens because most people are caught in what I call the earn-spend trap. The moment income goes up, expenses rise to match it. A better car, a bigger apartment, new subscriptions, dinners out to celebrate. The lifestyle expands, but the savings? They stay the same. It's not because people are lazy or irresponsible. It's because we've been trained to manage money emotionally, not strategically. We spend to reward ourselves after hard work. We save what's left over, which usually means nothing. And that's why, statistically, even people earning 6 figures often live paycheck to paycheck. Let me give you an example. A study found that nearly 60% of Americans earning over $100,000 still run out of money before the month ends. Think about that. People with incomes most dream of living with the same financial anxiety as someone making half as much. Why? Because income doesn't create wealth. Systems do. It's like pouring water into a bucket full of holes. Until you fix the leaks, until you build a structure that directs every drop where it needs to go, no amount of water will ever fill it. That's exactly what happens with your paycheck. Without a system, your money disappears. And here's the truth that changed everything for me. It's not about earning more, it's about mastering flow. Money isn't just something you make. It's something you manage, direct, and multiply. In this video, you're going to learn exactly how to do that, step by step. So if you've ever looked at your paycheck and thought, where does it all go? Hit the like button right now, because by the end of this video, you'll never ask that question again. Now that we understand the trap, it's time to break out of it. Let's talk about the shift that separates the financially free from everyone else. Before we dive into the 5 steps, there's one thing you have to understand, and if you skip this, no system in the world will ever work. It's not about spreadsheets, apps, or bank accounts. It's about how you think about money. Because here's the truth. Most people see their paycheck as a reward, something they receive after working hard. But the wealthy, they see their paycheck as a tool, something they control to build the life they want. Let me show you the difference. Imagine 2 people, Sarah and David. Sarah earns $3,000 a month. Every time she gets paid, she pays bills, buys groceries, maybe treats herself a little. Whatever's left, she saves if she can. David earns the exact same amount. But the moment his paycheck arrives, it's automatically split. Part goes to investments, part to savings, part to spending. He doesn't rely on discipline or memory. It happens on autopilot. 6 months later, Sarah is stressed and wondering why she can't save. David, he's building a safety net, investing regularly, and enjoying guilt-free spending, not because he earns more, but because he built a system. That's the mindset shift. Stop working for your paycheck. Start making your paycheck work for you. Here's a simple way to reframe it. Every dollar you earn is an employee, and your job? To give each one a role. Some dollars are builders, they create assets. Some are protectors, they sit in your safety net. And some are enjoyers, they let you live, travel, experience life. But if you don't assign those roles, your employees wander off, never to be seen again. That's what this 5-step system is really about. Building structure and direction into your financial life. Because freedom doesn't come from chaos, it comes from control. And control doesn't mean restriction, It means clarity. When you know exactly where every dollar goes, you stop feeling guilty for spending, you stop fearing the end of the month, and you start seeing progress every single week. So here's a quick challenge before we move on. Take a look at your last paycheck. Ask yourself, if every dollar had a job, what would they be doing right now? Would they be building your future, or just keeping you afloat? Drop your answer in the comments. I want to see how many of you are ready to start treating your paycheck like a business. Because now that your mindset is shifting, it's time to take action. Let's move into step 1, the automatic split. Pay yourself first. This is the foundation of the entire system. If you only take one thing from this video, let it be this. Wealth doesn't start with earning more. It starts with keeping what you already earn. Most people do the exact opposite. They get paid, pay everyone else first, rent, bills, groceries, and then try to save what's left. But there's never anything left. Because saving what's left is like planning your diet after dessert. That's why wealthy people follow a simple rule. Pay yourself first. Not after the bills, not after the fun, but first. Here's how it works. Let's say you earn $2,000 a month. The moment that paycheck hits your account, before you spend a single cent, you automatically move a percentage, let's say 15%, into a separate account. That's your freedom money. It's not for bills. It's not for emergencies. It's the money that builds your future. Investments, long-term savings, your escape fund. And here's the key word, automatic. Because if you rely on willpower, you'll lose every time. Automation removes emotion. It makes wealth a habit, not a decision. Want proof? There was a fascinating study on employees who were automatically enrolled in retirement plans. They saved almost 5 times more than those who had to opt in manually. Same people, same jobs. The only difference was automation. So here's what I want you to do. Right after this video, log into your bank app and set up an automatic transfer that happens the same day you get paid. Even if it's just $50. You'll barely notice it's gone, but a year from now, you'll have built something real. Because this step isn't about the amount. It's about the identity you build when you start paying yourself first. It's a statement that says, I'm not working just to survive. I'm building freedom. If that idea hits you, if you've ever felt like your paycheck disappears before you can do something meaningful with it, give this video a like right now. Because the next steps are going to multiply what you just started. Now that you've learned to protect your future money, let's talk about how to protect your present self with something I call the Freedom Fund. Let's talk about something most people avoid, peace of mind. Because money isn't just about numbers, it's about how secure you feel when life throws a punch. Every one of us has faced those moments. The car breaks down, the phone dies, the rent goes up, the job gets shaky. And when you don't have a safety net, those moments turn into panic. That panic leads to debt. And debt is the chain that keeps you from moving forward. It steals your next paycheck before you even earn it. That's why step 2 is about creating what I call the Freedom Fund, your personal financial shield. Not an emergency fund out of fear, but a freedom fund built from power. Here's the mindset shift. You don't save for bad times. You save so that nothing and no one can control your decisions. Because real freedom isn't quitting your job. It's being able to say no to anything that doesn't serve you, and knowing you're safe when you do. Now, let's get practical. Start by setting a simple goal. 3 months of your essential expenses. If you spend $2,000 a month on basics, rent, food, transportation, your target is $6,000. That might sound like a lot, but don't panic. You build it gradually. Maybe you start by moving just $100 a month into a separate high-yield savings account. That's it. Automatic. Every month. You'll be amazed how quickly it grows, and how differently you start making decisions. Because when you have a safety net, you stop acting out of desperation. You stop saying yes to things you hate just because you need the money. Let me give you an example. I once worked with a guy who built his Freedom Fund to just 2 months' expenses. A few weeks later, his company announced layoffs. Instead of panicking, he used that fund to take a 2-month break, reskill, and land a higher-paying remote job. That's what freedom looks like. Control over your time and choices. And here's something powerful. Once you reach your 3-month goal, keep going until you hit 6 months. That's the moment when anxiety disappears completely. You wake up knowing that even if everything stopped tomorrow, you'd be okay. That's priceless. So here's your action step. Open a separate account. Name it Freedom Fund. Make it sacred. Never touch it unless it's truly essential. And in the comments, tell me what your first milestone will be. 1 month, 3 months, or 6. Let's see who's really ready to buy their freedom before their next raise. Because once your foundation is secure, we can finally move to the next stage, making your money grow on its own. That's where the fun begins. Now that your freedom fund is in place, it's time to shift gears, from protection to growth. Because saving keeps you safe, but investing sets you free. Here's the truth no one tells you: you'll never save your way to wealth. Inflation will always move faster than your savings account. If your money isn't growing, it's quietly shrinking. That's why the third step of the system is to build your growth engine, the part of your paycheck that starts working harder than you do. Let's break it down. When most people think of investing, they picture Wall Street, fancy suits, or risky stock trading. But that's not what wealth building looks like for normal people. Real wealth comes from consistent, boring, automated investing. Here's a real example. Let's say you invest just $300 a month, that's about $10 a day, into a broad market index fund that earns an average of 8% a year. After 20 years, that small habit turns into over $170,000. After 30 years, more than $400,000. That's the power of compounding. Money earning money while you sleep. Now, I can already hear the voice in your head saying, "But I don't have extra money to invest right now." That's exactly why we built the first 2 steps, so that you would. When your bills are covered automatically, and your freedom fund is growing, a portion of your paycheck can finally go to investments, without guilt, stress, or second-guessing. So how do you start? Keep it simple. Step 1. Open an investment account, ideally with low fees. Step 2. Automate a transfer every month into a diversified index fund or ETF. Step 3. Don't touch it. Don't time the market. Let time do the work. If you want to go faster, increase the percentage every time your income grows. That's how people go from paycheck to paycheck to financially independent without ever feeling broke. Here's a quick story to prove it works. A woman named Carla, a teacher making $45,000 a year, started investing just $200 a month at age 28. By the time she turned 50, she had built over $300,000 in her portfolio, without a single year of big income. She didn't gamble. She automated. She stayed consistent. That's all it takes. So remember this: you don't need to make more money, you need to make your money move. That's the growth engine. If this step opened your eyes to what's possible, hit the like button, not for me, but as a reminder to your future self that this is where your freedom started. Because next, we're going to balance growth with enjoyment. How to spend money without guilt or regret. Let's move on to step 4, the lifestyle account. Now that your money is saving and growing automatically, it's time to talk about something most financial advice completely ruins: enjoying your money. Because let's be real, what's the point of building wealth if you can't actually live? Financial freedom isn't about restriction. It's about choice. The problem is that most people either spend recklessly or feel guilty for spending at all. They bounce between "I deserve this" and "I shouldn't have." That emotional roller coaster keeps you trapped in the same cycle. So step 4 is all about creating a system where you can spend with total freedom, because it's already part of the plan. Here's how it works. Once your paycheck arrives, a specific percentage, let's say 15 to 20%, goes straight into your lifestyle account. This is your guilt-free money. It's for coffee, dinners out, a new outfit, that trip you've been dreaming about, whatever makes you feel alive. The key is this: when that money's gone, it's gone. No guilt, no overspending, no dipping into savings. Because when you create boundaries, you create freedom inside them. Let me give you a simple example. 2 friends, both earning $3,000 a month. Alex doesn't separate his money, everything sits in one big account. He spends randomly, feels anxious every time he checks his balance, and constantly wonders, "Can I afford this?" Jamie, on the other hand, has her lifestyle account. Every month, $400 automatically goes there. She spends it freely, dinners, hobbies, weekend trips, and never feels guilty because she knows her bills, investments, and freedom fund are already taken care of. Who's more in control? Jamie. Not because she's richer, but because she has structure. That's the secret. Discipline isn't about saying no to everything. It's about creating systems that let you say yes without regret. So here's your action step. Decide what percentage of your paycheck goes into your lifestyle account. It could be 10%, 15%, or even 25%, depending on your goals. Then, open a separate account just for that money and automate it. You'll be amazed at how peaceful money feels when every dollar has a purpose, even the fun ones. And I want to hear from you. Drop a comment below and tell me what you'd love to use your lifestyle account for. Travel, dining out, maybe finally buying that guitar you've been eyeing? Let's see what guilt-free spending looks like for you. Because once you've mastered how to spend intentionally, there's only one step left: making sure your entire system stays strong for life. Let's move into step 5, the review ritual: adjust, evolve, and win long-term. You've built the system. Your paycheck now saves, grows, and even lets you enjoy life automatically. But there's one final step that separates people who get ahead temporarily from those who stay financially free for life: the review ritual. Because no matter how good your system is, life changes. Your income grows, your goals shift, your priorities evolve. If your system doesn't evolve with you, it eventually stops working. Think of it like a fitness plan. You wouldn't do the same workout forever. Your body adapts. Money works the same way. You have to review, adjust, and optimize. Here's what I recommend. Once a month, set aside 30 minutes, coffee, calm music, whatever you like, and do your money review ritual. Ask yourself 3 questions. Did my system work this month? Where did money leak out? What can I improve or automate next? That's it. No spreadsheets needed, no shame, no overthinking. Just awareness and adjustment. Then, every 3 months, do a deeper review, your quarterly wealth check. Has your income changed? Can you increase your pay yourself first percentage? Can your growth engine invest a little more? Are your lifestyle expenses still aligned with your values? Small tweaks make massive differences over time. For example, increasing your investment rate by just 2% a year can lead to hundreds of thousands more by retirement, and you won't even feel it month to month. And here's something powerful. Reviewing your money consistently doesn't just make you wealthier, it changes your identity. You go from being someone who reacts to money to someone who leads it. That's how financial freedom becomes permanent. So, if you're serious about changing your financial story, here's your challenge. Put a reminder in your calendar right now: money review ritual, once a month. That small habit is where consistency turns into confidence. And tell me in the comments, what's the first change you'll make after watching this video? Will you automate your savings, build your freedom fund, or set up your lifestyle account? Share it below, because committing publicly makes it real. You now have everything you need: the 5-step paycheck system that transforms ordinary income into lasting freedom. So, if this video helped you see money differently, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe, not just to support the channel, but to remind yourself that today is the day you started building your freedom.